Today is finally that dreadful day that we have been waiting for. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer that just dropped today. Honestly, first things first, Natsuya Nomura needs to come up with some better names because it's way too long. Just make it Final Mix. I don't know why he changed it to Remind or re whatever, man. But seriously, we got a brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer. It's been absolutely a little bit actually since we got the last one, and honestly, both this one and the last one didn't really show a lot, which is actually a good thing because the promotion and all the trailers leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3 was just a little bit too much, so we're kind of glad that we're not getting a lot of news and information from these brand new Remind trailers. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about some past stuff. We're here to talk about 5 things you missed from Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer. We're going to talk about all the new Keyblades, the new animations, the new attacks, everything, even story stuff. That's going to be all at the end, by the way. But yeah, there's going to be some really cool stuff that we're going to be doing within this video. But first things first, I do want to say one thing right before we get into the video. I am sorry and very thankful that you guys still are here to click on these videos. I know it's been just a little bit, and by a little bit I mean a really long time since I last uploaded something. I believe the last thing I uploaded was something to deal with E3, but regardless, it was just not really a good time, and I really was busy with not only social life but as well as work, and as well my internet wasn't really the best at times. But yeah, if you guys want to go a little bit more into detail on what happened, you guys might as well just follow me on Twitter at Varathmate, and you'll see all the conundrums that I do there on a daily. But enough about the past and all that garbage. Let's just go right into it and talk about 5 things you missed from the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer that we got in TGS 2019, TGS 2019 this year. So the first thing that we got was the link attacks for not only the Days trio but the Birth by Sleep trio. Now at first when I was watching this trailer, I definitely thought and assumed that this was just a previewable cutscene that we get within the game, but actually looking a little bit closer and further into it, I do think that these are full-blown link attacks that we're going to be getting within the game. Something that we can hit triangles, so that it brings up these kind of long-winded Q attacks that show off the trios just fighting and attacking, which actually I think is really cool because we do have trio attacks for people such as Sora and all the other Disney members that we do get to play with, which is really cool. But because we are having multiple playable characters within the game, I did also have this question as well, which was, are we going to be getting trio link attacks? And it definitely seemed like we are going to be getting those link attacks, which actually I think they look really cool. They're not really long per se right now, but I do think that when we see the entire thing, because it is cut up into parts, we will get to see what these full-blown link attacks are going to look like, which I think is actually really cool and really awesome. So that's going to be great. During last Kingdom Hearts Remind trailer, we got to see the Oath Keeper that Sora was holding, but we all asked the question, and yes, I mean we all asked the question, was Oblivion gonna be there? Because they are 2 peas of the same pod, okay? Like, they both gotta be there, which it definitely seems, and it is actually confirmed that Oblivion will be here. It has a brand new Keyblade transformation core called Dark Mode, I believe. I can't remember. Dark Form, maybe, something like that. I don't have my Carfax in front of me, alright, so don't blame me. But like, it definitely seems like he has this brand new Keyblade transformation with Oblivion, which now begs the question of, are we going to be getting a new transformation with Oathkeeper? Because I don't believe we saw a brand new transformation with Oathkeeper, but with Oblivion we definitely do have it, and we definitely see it. Something that I did notice while Sora is guarding is that this is a guard with a reflect, but it has a chain around the reflect, which I'm pretty sure it means that it's not like the Kingdom Hearts 2 reflect, where after it reflects it will deal damage back to the opponent. This is rather just a regular guard type thing that doesn't really dish back damage out, which is okay. Yeah, it's okay, but I definitely like this guard a lot. If it's kind of like the Kingdom Hearts 2 reflect guard, type of thing, then it would be really good, because Kingdom Hearts 3 guard really isn't the greatest guard, and especially in critical mode where you literally die in 2 hits to everything. Having this Keyblade might solve a lot of things, especially like boss battles and whatnot. So it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be interesting. I would love to see that ability itself just be a regular ability that we can equip on and off, rather than just being it tied to a Keyblade transformation, which is pretty cool. Also, something to really point out, after Sora guards, he has this thing called Dark Burst right on his command gauge, which I don't think a lot of people saw, which is really cool. But I think it's definitely something kind of like Riku's, where after Riku guards an attack, he will just instantly like burst out an attack that hits AoE type of damage. We're not 100% sure, because it could literally be anything, but I'm 9 out of 10 like guessing that is what it's going to be. So that's gonna be really awesome. Speaking of guarding, there's something that's really cool that's really happening right now, which is that Sora is fighting a brand new boss, and I want to say it's a brand new boss and not data battles for a couple of reasons. Now, I originally thought that this was data battles, and I would honestly not be surprised if it turns out to be data battles. But just hear me out for 2 seconds. This is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but looking back at Kingdom Hearts 2's data battles take place in areas and locations where Sora has fought those individuals. Now, it makes sense if you want to say Zigbar has a data battle over there. That's fine. It kind of makes sense. But for Vanitas to have a data battle in the exact same room, no, I don't think that makes sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Within Kingdom Hearts 2, if you fought a person in a specific location, you would refight that person in that same location. So if it's the exact same way that data battles work in Kingdom Hearts 2, it would be for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. I don't think that's how that works. The reason why I think there's a new person or a new entity, I'm gonna say, is because I did a little bit more looking, and I'm trying to think right now that maybe this might be a new boss that's an all-in-one type of boss. It's not gonna be like all the organizations again, because I think that's a little bit generic, and just doing 1v1 organization battles doesn't really help or work at all. I think this is actually going to be a boss fight that is going to be happening within the Remind episode, where Sora's going to be fighting a opponent that can shapeshift into old opponents that Sora has fought in the past. It kind of makes sense. It seems like a long shot and a stretch for me, but hey, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about that? Because both Zigbar and both Vanitas share the exact same health bar, and yeah, you could say that it's not uncommon for enemies to share health bars, which is okay, or to share the exact same amount of health bars, which is okay, but data battles doesn't seem right, because the health bar is not as big as regular data battles. Literally, data battle health bars are almost maxed out in every way whatsoever. There's no like universe where the health bar is not almost maxed in data battles. So yeah, like I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying, where I think this is not a data battle, but I think it's an all-in-one boss, where it might be Vanitas and Zigbar like kind of merged in one, or they're both on the battlefield. Who knows? It's gonna be a little bit of a mystery. Anywho, jumping right into it, let's talk about all the story stuff that's going to be happening within Kingdom Hearts Remind. First thing that we're greeted with is Chirithy is talking to Sora, talking about how he's time traveled once again. Now, I think that this is 100% true and accurate, is because when Sora meets Chirithy within the KH3 Remind trailer, they meet way back in the final world. Now, if you guys remember at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, within that great ass cinematic, Chirithy is not there. He actually goes and meets Ventus, and Ventus takes him along the world, and like takes him along the ride, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know why I'm flubbing this. It's been a while, man. Like, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, guys. Just give me a break, okay, here. But like, regardless, I think that Sora might be time traveling back to another timeline, which is why we have these Remind episodes in the first place. I think he traveled back way back to try to save Kairi. And this is the reason why I say this is because when Sora goes back to the final world, he definitely talks about how he wants to save Kairi, and Chirithy says, okay, but this is a different like outcome now. This is a little bit more dangerous because you are here. That's what I'm thinking. That's why we're able to do a lot more fighting scenarios within the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind that kind of seem familiar but are not 100% familiar. Which also brings me to my second point, which is that Terra and Terranor are going to be fighting, or sorry, Lingering Will and Terranor are going to be fighting within the final battle. We do get to see a little bit of that within the last clip of the trailer, which wasn't really that long, but I do want to think that maybe we get to play, maybe it's just a whole cutscene. I don't know, it's gonna be something. But regardless, I do definitely think that within this Kingdom Hearts Remind trailer, or the way that it's thinking, I think that these events aren't just free DLC updates for us to experience, but rather I think that these events are things that are all happening after. And Sora jumps into a third world line, because within Tetsuya Nomura's interview that he talked about, which happened last week, literally a week ago, Nomura talked about how he wants to make a third scenario, and I think that Nomura wants to make a third world line where Sora jumps back in time just before the fight starts again to save Kairi once again. But that means that he's going to be changing a lot of things that do happen and the outcomes that will be happening within these worlds. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer. Tell me if I missed something myself in the 5 things you missed trailer. If you guys want to see more videos here on Virap, make sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below what you guys thought about the trailer, and subscribe, or stay subscribed to the channel. I think it's going to be really cool. We got a bunch of other stuff that's going to be coming up very soon. I got a Pokemon video in the works, but regardless, guys, stay tuned for more Kingdom Hearts awesomeness. I'm your boy Adam, also known as Virap. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.